1993 AD, 5887 AM. On January the 3rd, the asteroid Tritatis, having two rocky cores, each 2 miles in diameter, nearly hit the Earth and was photographed by NASA using radar. It came within 2.2 million miles of Earth. NASA also lost contact with the Mars Observer probe sent to the Red Planet to make a detailed photographic survey of the Martian surface. The space probe was destroyed entering Mars' atmosphere, and hosts of researchers claim that the probe was deliberately destroyed. The Vatican installed its most powerful and advanced telescopes and observatory on Mount Graham in Arizona. Zechariah Sitchin asks, why is it important for the Roman Church to employ advanced equipment to search the heavens? What are they looking for in the Northern Hemisphere's night skies? It is this author's contention that the Vatican insiders have long known about Planet Phoenix, which, as seen in 1764, descends out of the northern heavens when it transits between Earth and the Sun over the ecliptic. A Muslim extremist bombs the basement levels of the World Trade Center towers in New York, killing 5 people. On April 18th, 108th day of the year, the United States government, through its ATF and other federal agencies, murdered 72 of its own citizens at the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas. Christian survivalists having their own firearms, assault rifles, and living off the land refused to give up their arms, and federal authorities besieged the compound for 50 days. The men inside the compound had the women lead the children out to safety so they could surrender to authorities and be safe, but federal agents opened fire on unarmed women and children, driving them back into the safety of the concrete compound. On the 50th day of the siege, federal authorities attacked the compound, killed those defending it, and then executed every witness, man, woman, and child. On the 51st day after the executions, the Feds staged a choreographed assault for the media, which had been quarantined many miles away for the entire 50 days, using incendiaries and flammable gas to burn the complex and hide their misdeeds. Whistleblowers later admitted that every skull found had bullet holes in the centre of their foreheads. The Davidians were a religious sect exercising their constitutional right to bear arms and were never equipped to fight against federal authorities, while the Clinton administration, entertaining Chinese officials, demonstrated for them how his government could deal with dissidents and then employ the media to cover up his crimes. The message from Uncle Sam to the American people is clear. There will be no multi-family Christian survivalist communities with assault rifles in the United States. US forces launch a missile strike against the Iraqi intelligence headquarters in Baghdad, claiming they had information on an Iraqi plot to kill former President George Bush. 1. Hyperspace. 2. Journey to the mythical past. 3. 20th century events. 1994 AD, 5888 AM. On February the 1st, a 32-foot wide meteorite entered the atmosphere and exploded over the Pacific with a force of 10 times that of the Hiroshima bomb in 1945. It had come completely undetected. Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9 fragmented into 21 pieces that all collided into the surface of Jupiter in a series of brilliant explosions of planetary size, caught on satellite film, along with electrical flux tube blasts seen for the first time. The Space Control Center under Cheyenne Mountain Complex facility in the USA, built in 1962, is fully operational. The center has a computerized catalog of all orbiting space objects, charts presenting positions, charts plotting future orbits, and those forecasting times and general locations for significant objects re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. An Israeli extremist named Baruch Goldstein opened fire on a Muslim mosque, killing 50 unarmed Palestinians in Hebron, Israel. Prime Minister of Israel Yitzhak Rabin and Abdel Salam Majali of Jordan sign a peace treaty. On September 2nd, the major Israeli newspaper Maariv reads, quote, "The US has no longer a government of Goyim, Gentiles, non-Jews, but an administration in which the Jews are full partners in the decision-making at all levels." Perhaps the aspect of the Jewish religious law connected with the term government of Goyim should be re-examined, since it is an outdated term in the US, unquote. Serial killer and rapist Jeffrey Dahmer was killed in prison by another inmate. The North American Free Trade Agreement was passed, NAFTA. In 100 days, 800,000 people were massacred in Rwanda, Africa. A 6.6 magnitude earthquake afflicted Los Angeles and Southern California. 5 months later, a deep quake in Bolivia shook much of South America and was felt in tall buildings as far north as Canada, being of 8.2 magnitude. Mount Merapi in Jakarta, Indonesia, erupted, killing 60 people with a gas cloud of immense heat. 1. Alice in Wonderland and the World Trade Center disaster. 2. 20th century events. 3. Jewish supremacism.